Lost. Man with ADHD tries to make a video. Alright. So, the purpose of this was to review Custom Shop VOS 1959 ES335 reissue. This one I bought new in 2021 as a present to myself. Maybe it's a tick. Certain things I just tend to play. The instrument is essentially tuned to A, right? Because A to A. I always felt that the guitar is in the key of whatever your lowest note is, right? I did a video on baritone shit. Who cares? The reason I wanted to do a review is because I see a lot of people post reviews of guitars in this whole thing called gas, which I don't know, it's not cute, you know? It's kind of normalizing this consumption culture that's especially prevalent with like older generations. The boomers are just like, give me everything, right? I went to dental school, or I went to whatever school and something, I'm just gonna buy up a bunch of stuff, but oh, don't tell my wife. Like that sort of shit. The reason I mentioned that is because this is my only guitar. Well, that's not true. I have an Epiphone that I bought for $400 that I keep in normal tuning because I had to play with another band. And I didn't feel like having to do this whole thing, setting it up and whatnot. But what will I say about this guitar? Is it worth it? Yes. There is something noticeably different when you pick a guitar that you really like and that you want to play. This is kind of the guitar that I always wanted when I first started playing guitar. It, like, maybe because of Black Rebel Motorcycle Club and just seeing Peter and well, mostly Peter's guitars, but Robert too, with all the semi-hollow shapes, 335 shapes, and Peter's got a big like rack of them and whatnot. It's probably why I have drawn to lower tuning too, although he doesn't tune as well as I do, but you know, he's got a bass player Not that I would ever compare myself to Peter. Wish I have a Peter story. Maybe I'll share it. A recent one. So as far as like actual price and things like that, these pickups do sound amazing, I think. You're not gonna hear it through a little phone, but I will say that what I like about these custom buckers is that they're very low output and they're very single coily and they're actually very bright. And it's always easier to take away the highs than it is to add them, which is one of the best things about these pickups. Do I sometimes wish that they were higher output? Yeah, you know, but I mean, notch up your gain on your overdrive or whatever. As far as like the neck, it's amazing. It's it feels different than other C profiles, and for a 59 profile compared to some other Gibsons that I played in the past, like Les Paul Jr. type guitars and stuff that are Gibson Les Pauls that have like the 59 profile allegedly. This is not as fat, but it feels very comfortable and it's been pretty stable. One thing that I'm not sure if it's plecked when it was like made. I know it's plecked, but I guess what I'm referring to is like neck relief between the treble side and the bass side. At least in the frets, because according to the luthier that I take all my stuff to, most guitars, the neck is very straight, but I have more relief on the bass side. So again, that kind of bothers me because I feel like when it's perfect on the bass side, then it's a little bit too straight here on the treble. But I've kind of learned to live with it. And then when the opposite problem. So eventually when I do have to level the frets, or I mean the way I'm going, they might not even be worth it to do that. I might just have to go ahead and refret them because I'm not doing a partial refret. You know, the fretboard might be planed in order to make the neck relief even. That said, you know, there are some criticisms. I'm not sure if this is why they did it, but like even when I had a set of 10s, because I only played this guitar with a set of 10s for maybe 2 to 3 months, this was going to be my nice guitar that I only kept at home, which is kind of silly, right? Yeah, at least for me. I always had to kind of max out the saddles this way. And I don't know if the bridge placement could have been done a little bit better. Luckily, it intonates for me now, even with my funky tunings and stuff. And I actually never even had to flip any of the saddles over. This is how they came originally. Let's see. What else is there? People say you can't wear through the finish in a guitar. Oh, this isn't gonna show up. Let's see. Let's show up. I mean, there's some soft spots here. Finish is flaked out here. This feels pretty flat and stuff. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what you're paying for. I don't know if it's the sound or if it's like the little things that make it like a proper Gibson that people know, that Gibson knows that people want, and then they upcharge it. Could you make this guitar probably for way less, like the price of the standard? Yeah. But then what would be the point in charging? Or how would you get people to spend the extra $2,000? That's the thing, you know. I don't know. it's kind of everything that I wanted in a guitar, an electric guitar. So is it worth it? Yes, but not because of the price, maybe, but the emotional attachment, you know, over the years, and the rehearsals, and then the shows after constant show, especially this year. I think it's been like almost 50 shows, and traveling with this thing, which I did buy a Colton case that was rather expensive, but you know, taking that to so many cities in the States, and Mexico City, and you know, so I don't know. Buy the guitar that you want and then kind of bond with it. And then it'll be worth it because it'll be something that you kind of just wear in, and you're so comfortable with it where you're not even thinking about the guitar, you're thinking about like the music. So whatever guitar that is to you, do it. Unless, well, I guess, I mean, unless you might buy like something vintage and rare and stuff and you're just gonna destroy it. But then again, who cares? I mean, we're all gonna die anyways on this planet. And then society, civilization, who knows how long it's gonna last, you know, so fuck it. If you can afford a real 59 through 35 and you wanna drag it across the country and that makes you feel like, ooh, do it. You know? The only thing sometimes I think is that sometimes when I think about the guitar, the Murphy Labs had not been released then. I'm not sure if I would have gone for one. It's kind of weird. I know it's like the finish is the only thing that's different. Sometimes I cosmetically, I wish this thing would age a little bit more. It's got a bunch of scratches and stuff, but probably nothing like the Murphy Labs. But, you know, who gives a shit? All right. This is the most unhelpful review